Welcome back to Toronto Maple Leafs News Now. Before we dive into today's hot topic, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest Leafs news. Let's get into it. The Toronto Maple Leafs should not re-sign John Tavares. If you were to build the perfect hockey player, Toronto Maple Leafs captain John Tavares would be that player. He's a point-per-game, guaranteed 30-goal scorer who has been a leader on and off the ice since he was 15 years old. Despite the immense pressure to be great in the NHL, he's lived up to every expectation. Tavares is essentially a lesser version of Sidney Crosby, which is actually a compliment. The only difference is that Crosby has 3 Stanley Cup rings and has never hurt his franchise by asking for more money than he deserves. Time to move on. As much as we would all love to see Tavares lift the Stanley Cup as the captain of the Leafs, time is passing him by. At 34 years old, in September, Tavares has 1 year remaining on his contract, which should mark his last year with the blue and white. Unless he wins a championship this year, he'll likely never get that opportunity with his hometown team. At least, he should. Why Tavares and the Leafs should part ways. It's not that Tavares is washed up or that he can't still be a useful player for the Leafs, but given past history with star player contracts and playoff results, it's time to move on. William Nylander and Austin Matthews are locked up for a while, and Mitch Marner will likely follow. This team can't afford to bring back all 4 of them, even if it's for a lower price. Speaking of a lower price, how much cheaper can you really sign Tavares for? If Tavares wants $3 million or less to be the second-line center on a short-term deal, then it's worth considering. But why would he ask for that or less? He's been a point-per-game player, boasting numbers comparable to Steven Stamkos, who just signed a 4-year deal worth $8 million AAV. Stamkos is better and has a proven championship pedigree, but their stats are not that far off. Both are former number 1 overall picks in the NHL entry draft and are very comparable. Stamkos has 116 goals and 271 points in his last 3 years, 241 games, while Tavares has 92 goals and 221 points in his last 3 seasons, 239 games. If I'm Tavares' agent, I'm starting contract negotiations at $7 million AAV and wouldn't settle for less, especially after Toronto has already overpaid Matthews, Marner, and Nylander. After 7 years, why would Tavares look for less, especially when he knows the team wants to strip him of his captaincy and give it to Matthews? Final thoughts. John Tavares has been a wonderful leader and member of the Toronto Maple Leafs, but the organization should not overpay for his services moving forward. It's time to make tough decisions for the betterment of the team's future. What do you think about the possibility of the Leafs moving on from John Tavares? Should they re-sign him or let him go? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more Maple Leafs news and updates. See you next time.